analysts Richard Jefferson and Grant Hill, and our reporter, Allie LaForce. Grant, looking at these two teams, my attention is drawn to the front court matchup.
Oh, yeah, this should be a battle on the baseline. Great to watch skilled bigs trade blows and show off what they can do down low.
Now here's Rose. On the wing, Bryant. Robinson with the block. And stolen by Durant. And here's Bryant outside. Knocks down the long J.
And passes like this demonstrate Rose's unselfish attitude, which is why his teammates enjoy playing with him.
Here's Worthy. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. Rose with it. Driving to the basket. It's hauled in by Nash.
You often expect him to convert these types of shots, but the D must have made their presence felt to prevent that one.
Here's Jordan. And slam dunk by Jordan.
Filthy. I mean, just the arena is stunned.
He's got a deep bag of tricks to dig into. Down low. Ooh, and they immediately answer back with a dunk on the other end.
And this is how you run the pick and roll. Rose, a master at this stage of his career.
Richard, when it comes to the Bulls, they have one of the most committed fan bases in the league.
Yeah, the Chicago fans are for real. The Bulls are routinely at the top of the list for total attendance. Even on the road, there are usually Bulls fans sprinkled in every crowd.
Here's Rose. The Bulls making their last shot. It's tipped. And they're able to recover.
First personal foul. First team foul.
And here's Bryant. Pass to Rose. Fires for three. And Worthy pulls it down. Here in the first quarter with about 2 minutes gone by. Here's Nowitzki. From downtown. That won't go. Misses his first shot of the game.
He didn't make them pay for that weak defense, but they just can't rely on him to miss those kind of shots.
And a foul called on the way up. So he'll take two from the free throw line.
First personal foul.
I don't mind that. I mean, they met him at the rim and temporarily prevented the points.
At the line for Chicago.
Chicago making a switch here. He hits the second from the line. Grant, how about that in-season tournament win for the Lakers in 2024?
Yeah, honestly, it just makes sense that the first of those trophies would land with a historic franchise like the Lakers.
It's good, and he drew contact on the shot, so he will go to the line. A three-point play opportunity. And he'll be shooting his first free throw. And that one falls for Rose. You know, Grant, after losing in the first round last season, it felt like changes were inevitable for the Lakers.
Yeah, making the playoffs isn't enough for that franchise. They are all about championship success. Anything short of that is a failure. And great job to establish position and square up.
The Lakers lead by 3. Rose right side. Pass to Garnett. Back to Rose. It's hauled in by Robinson.
He's lost his rhythm completely this quarter, but he's determined to stay after it.
Corner shot. And again, the Lakers, no good.
2 minutes remaining in the first. 2 minutes.
Here's Robertson. From deep, Jordan. Here's Nowitzki. And once again, off the mark by Chicago. And so it's Rose who brings up the ball for the Los Angeles Lakers. There's the drive. And that one is hammered home.
Oh, once Rose feels like he has to step on the defense, he's ready for a liftoff. What a slam.
Over to the wing. To the wing, right side. Robertson. And once again, off the mark by Chicago.
The defense just giving him the easy look there. He's not going to miss that.
On the wing, Durant. They set the pick. From the top of the key, he buries it.
This is an intelligent play call by Durant, shaking up the defense so he can find his angle.
Let's hear it one more time for your Chicago Bulls.
1:05 left in the opening quarter. Pass to Jordan. To halt the run. Ooh, and he took a hard foul on the shot. So he'll head to the line to shoot a pair. Well, the last time the Bulls won a playoff series was back in 2015, Grant.
That was back when Butler and Rose were their leading scorers. And it just shows you just how long it's been. But they've been stuck in mediocrity ever since. And right now, they are desperate for a breakthrough season.
Now here's Rose. He's got 5. They get the rebound. Pass to Bryant. That one falls. Nice feed that time from Rose. Bryant's got 5.
Obviously, this guy has a talent for scoring, able to problem solve for whatever the defense tosses at him.
And it's Nowitzki missing. The Lakers lead by 8. Here's Rose. Bryant outside. There's the 3. Pure from three-point range. Give him 8 points now.
They've shown so much energy right from the start, particularly on the offensive end.
They came out swinging, really setting the tone on offense, and the opposition has not been able to respond.
And so it's the Los Angeles Lakers. They lead by 11 as the quarter comes to...
The Lakers, 17.
Great to have you with us. Second quarter of basketball. This game has not exactly been neck and neck, but plenty of time left in this one. And guys, Lakers look pretty much in control here.
Well, it looks like hitting the boards hard was an emphasis of their attack. They knew how valuable it was to do so.
Yeah, it's clearly a focus for them in this one, and no question that all the second chance looks are paying off.
Now, B.A., you know they would love for him to get more of those opportunities.
Well, that would cut into the deficit quickly if he does. Here's Roy. Pass to Arenas. Here's Roy. From the arc. Always a nice way to start. Makes his first one.
For 3.
And just not letting up at all. I mean, you have to love this approach. You want to get the ball to the guys who make plays.
This is when good players really get after it. He can sense that they're reeling, and he's going to put his foot on the pedal.
Checking into the game for your Bulls, number 42.
The Lakers lead by 12. Here's Roy. Porzingis sets a screen. Oh, and Porzingis powers it home.
Assist goes to...
That's just too easy for Porzingis. He just powers through that contact.
He takes it in. Pass to Worthy. Well, Grant, when the money's on the line, the mid-range is still a big part of the elite player's game.
You're right, B.A. And really, it comes down to touch, obviously. And size certainly helps. And then the savvy and balance to create that space.
Now Butler. Let's go with a 3. The rebound by Robertson. Here's Worthy. They get it back. Pass to Malone. Here's Robertson. 5 on the clock. From outside the arc. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time.
Those are the turnovers that have coaches pulling their hair out. Why do you think I'm bald?
The Lakers lead by 12.
Michael Jordan.
Here's Roy. Love with the ball. There's the triple. Pass to Arenas. Outside Butler. Fires the 3. The rebound by Nowitzki.
And the shooter had very little space on that attempt.
I'm sure they'll think twice about shooting against him next time.
From deep, Jordan. It's rebounded by Los Angeles. And after this one, they're at home against Phoenix. It'll be a quick stopover at home before they have to get back out on the road. Outside Love. Pass to Arenas. Now here's Butler. Gets it to go from the corner. And the Lakers lead by 14.
The assist numbers certainly stand out. They've really emphasized ball movement here today.
And we'll have a timeout called by Billy Donovan. We might see him looking to make some tweaks to the strategy here. The Bulls making a switch here. And so here is Chicago. Pass to Jordan. They swipe it.
2 minutes remaining in the first half. 2 minutes.
And he buries his first look.
Transition basketball, the most reliable way to generate easy looks.
Yeah, when you hustle on the break like he does, good things tend to happen. That's his second, and I think they'll keep him in, but he's got to be careful. A third, and he'll sit for the rest of the half.
On defense, the Bulls. A 12-point game. Puts up a three.
Even though they're up, they haven't been impressive from distance this quarter, shooting under 30%.
And a miss there with a chance to cut the lead to single digits. There's a minute 26 left to play in the first half. Drops in the three. Roy's got his second basket on the night.
His three-point shot looks so pure. The defense allowing him to get comfortable out there.
And Butler with the block.
An outstanding defender. Butler uses his size and length well to swat shots.
All right, guys, let's get your take on the hustle stats for Los Angeles.
From the very start of this game, they have been giving the ball handlers trouble, using good pressure to force turnovers and get steals.
Yeah, we got to talk about how pestering they've been on defense, forcing turnovers and finding ways to score off them.
It's not often you see him fail to deliver at the line like this.
Here's Worthy. Pass to Nash. Launches a three. And the three-pointer goes. Nash just got 5 points.
He's the last guy you want to leave alone on the perimeter.
Here's Roy. Covered by Jordan. And here's Butler outside. And it's Ewing with a rebound.
And to put things simply, this has not been his quarter.
From deep. Offensive board. And it's Kevin Love with the foul. That's his first foul. So both teams making some changes here.
Team foul. Substitution on the court.
There's 21 seconds left in the first half of this one. Jordan misses.
Yeah, he's really scrambling to keep them in this game. Gotta respect that hustle.
Pass to Bryant. Jacks up a three. The shot no good. Up in time. Oh, no good on the last second attempt there. And so it's Los Angeles, now holding a 12-point lead at quarter's end. Defense is setting the tone. We'll be right back after this word. And after a very lopsided first half, we'll see if things play out a little more evenly in the second. Bulls trail by 12. Here's Nash. Pass to Nowitzki. Well-timed pass, and he goes straight to the bucket for the layup. Nowitzki's got his third basket on the night right there. On the wing, Bryant. An easy two on the layup. And the Lakers lead by 12.
And trust me, when the D's slow to react, he'll be the first guy to make them pay.
Yeah, they're going to do a much better job of putting a little bit of pressure on him on his way to the hoop.
Here's Yao. Durant pulls it in.
There wasn't a lot of resistance there at the rim. He just tricked off a little bunny.
Rose right side. Here's Bryant inside. Good. That's his 5th bucket in 9 attempts.
Very consistent tonight at the offensive end. Right there, he helps fuel the fire.
RJ, it's hard not to wonder what would have happened if the Lakers never traded for Russell Westbrook back in 2021.
Well, they would have had a traditional style of a team. They would have kept Kuzma, KCP, and their 2021 first-round pick. They also would have been able to sign Alex Caruso. They could have kept their championship core together.
Here's the pick. Pass to Garnett. Back to Rose.
Bulls foul. Steve Nash. 2nd personal foul. 2nd team foul.
Right around a minute and a half played in the 3rd quarter. Bryant outside. Back to Rose. The kick to Durant. 4 on the clock. The Lakers got to get one up. Late clock. No good with the triple. The Bulls trail by 14. Things just don't seem to be clicking for them offensively.
Yeah, they really need to find a way to get back on track.
Jordan. Oh, plenty of contact on that shot. Officials call the foul, and he'll take 2 free throws now.
Man, he made sure to get his money's worth on that foul.
Chicago making a switch here. And he sinks the 2nd. Here's Rose. He's got 5. Pass to Garnett. And there's the screen. And yes, it goes. Got a little English on that one.
And this has been a nice start to the second half. They're 3 out of 4 in a rhythm on the offense right now.
3-1-2.
And so here is Chicago. Down by 15. Stolen by Bryant. And let's swing it over to the sideline and hear from Allie.
When it comes to winning big, basketball acumen is the difference. LeBron James said, quote, in the final 2 rounds of the playoffs, what's going to separate teams is IQ. There's moments in the game that a coach can't prepare you for, where you have to make adjustments right away. It's not experience, it's IQ.
He would know, Allie. Thanks.
Right there.
A touch over 2.5 minutes of basketball played here in the 3rd quarter. Back to Rose. Takes a 3. There's a screen. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Second chance shot. And he got the whistle on the way up. So he'll be headed to the line for a pair.
An excellent finisher who loves to bring the intensity. Rose will challenge anybody at the rim.
Chicago making a switch here. Bulls trail by 15. Here's Jordan to the middle. Pass to Nowitzki. Launches it from deep. Drains the triple. Nowitzki's got 9.
The way he can elevate over a defender from deep, very tough to contain outside the arc.
Hey, Grant, when you look at the mentality of today's players, what are the differences from back in your day?
Well, B.A., through the wonders of technology, players interacting more directly with their fans and telling their own stories. Also, there's a brotherhood. It's a bit more brotherly, with players on different teams more friendly than in days past. And, you know, I'm not sure how I feel about that.
And Robertson gets it to go.
In full-on catch-up mode. They're raining threes right now.
Pass to Bryant. Now here's Durant. Covered by Jordan. They set a pick. KD out here flexing on people.
There's that cleverness of Durant, knowing when to go with the little floater.
Now Robinson. Oh, and he got fouled on his way up. He'll head to the line to shoot 2. It goes on Kevin Durant. All right, guys, what do you think so far on the offensive approach for Los Angeles?
All game long, they've been making it rain from the arc. And look, they've done it by feeding the hot hands.
Yeah, another thing, this offense came in aggressive, driving into the lane, forcing the defense to try to adjust. So far, the defense hasn't had enough of an answer.
Bryant outside. The kick to Durant. The three is up. And it's Chicago with a board.
Yeah, and the defense has really got to tighten up on him. I mean, he's just too dangerous from the three-point line.
Pass to Robertson. Robinson on the wing. Three-pointer. Durant pulls it in. Rose up top. 5 points in the game. Bryant, no good. Here's Nash. Doesn't go for him. And so it's the Los Angeles Lakers. They have a nice 9-point cushion at the end of the quarter. Their defense is...
35.
And this is it. Glad to have you along for this fourth quarter. Los Angeles leading by 9. Now here's Butler. Pass to Roy. Outside Love. He buries it from 3.
Defense simply can't allow Love to find these looks. He won't think twice about letting it fly at the arc.
Here's Worthy. Looking to end this cold. Oh, throw it down. Wow.
B.A., forget about attempting the long-range 3 to cut into that lead. Just attack the rim, my man.
Man, that was sweet. Pass to Roy. And here's Butler outside. And it's Jordan with the rebound.
Sometimes it's just not your night. Fortunately, his teammates have picked up the slack.
To the paint. Here's Ewing. And he was camped in the lane there. He gets a 3-second call.
That's a costly error. Now let's see how they bounce back.
Well, they don't have time to dwell on that. They just need to learn from their mistakes and move forward. Next play.
Pass to Roy. Porzingis sets a screen. Roy's shot is good. And the Lakers lead by 12.
Love how selfless he is setting brick screens like this. Plays like that right there are what help create easy scoring opportunities.
Jordan inside. Here's Worthy. Butler covering. Inside. Here's Malone. Oh, a clear foul there on the missed shot. So he'll get a pair at the line. It's going to be on Kevin Love. That free throw no good.
At the line for Chicago, Karl Malone.
And he's good on the second. Los Angeles leading by 11. Rose outside. Porzingis sets a screen. Rose outside. Takes it inside. Chicago grabs the miss.
Look, I'll give him an A for effort for trying to dunk through the defense, but maybe he should ease up on that one just a little bit.
That's exactly what you work for, a high percentage look.
Rose right side. And out of bounds. It'll be Chicago ball.
Chicago ball. Checking into the game for your goal, number 41.
Just under 2.5 minutes gone by now in the final quarter. Pass to Jordan. Stolen by Bryant. In transition, here they come. Out to Rose. And he dunks it down.
And the level of creativity that Rose has, I mean, just showing it all off in the pick and roll.
Just about 3 minutes through the fourth and final quarter here. Here's Nowitzki. They grab their own miss. Robinson gets the bucket.
How about the level of activity this dude just brings to the glass? Just refusing to give up on plays, and his teammates, trust me, they appreciate the effort.
And the basket by Nash.
Well, look, I mean, great anticipation on one end leads to points on the other.
And this is why turnovers give coaches and fans gray hairs.
Outside Porzingis. Porzingis is doubled. Pass to Butler. Shot clock at 6. Deflects the pass. Robinson with a steal. And here's Jordan. And slam dunk by Jordan.
Such opportunistic basketball right there. And when they desperately needed it, too.
And it's Rose penetrating. And here's Bryant outside. It's hauled in by Robinson. The Bulls trail by 5. Jordan with it. Now guarded by Butler. And it's going to be a 3-second call. And Los Angeles making a change here. We've got 1:08 left in the fourth quarter. Out to Rose. Unloads. Chicago with a rebound.
Great work by the defense. That's the intensity coaches want to see.
Pass to Nowitzki. The 3. That shot off.
That is not the shot they needed there. You got to work it around and get a better look.
And so they choose to intentionally foul.
Third personal foul. First team foul.
Rose outside. Outside Durant. Beyond the arc. He's off on that one.
It's tough to get open in this league, and when you do, it hurts not to capitalize.
Out to the right wing. Here's Nowitzki. Launches it. The shot no good.
You know what? He's got to look to get other guys involved. The three-point stroke is off.
Third personal foul. Second team.
So the first one drops, and that increases the lead to 6.
Los Angeles.
So he gets them both, and it's a 7-point game.
Taking full advantage of his opportunities at the line to extend their lead.
Time called here. The Bulls decide to talk it over. They're down by 7. All right, guys, what do you think?
Trying to extend this one, but it seems futile.
With timeouts, it's use them or lose them, so why not go down fighting?
17 seconds left in the fourth quarter here. And it's stolen by Rose.
Chicago foul. Chris Mullin. First personal foul.
And he cannot get the first one to drop. Tough one to miss.
Shooting for Los Angeles.
And he's able to hit the second one. And that stretches their lead to 8. Now a timeout called by Chicago. 3 seconds left to the fourth quarter. All right, guys, what's your take?
And time's running short. They just couldn't get over that hump.
And I'm sure coach is encouraging them to play to the final whistle. Then they can get out of here.
Bulls basketball.
Cuts off the pass. And so it's the Lakers with the W. Exceptional effort on the road. They were ready and they were focused.
Focused.